Yugas Yulia here. So it is the middle of October and it is the end of the Thai Giant Elephant Ear competition. And the winner is me. So apparently I grew the largest elephant ear out of our group and there were 8 of us competing. The largest leaf is 42 inches and I will put all of my competitors' names and their handles in the description down below. You definitely should check them out because they're wonderful gardeners and it was so much fun doing this competition. But in this video I will be talking about exactly what I did to make sure that this plant grew as large and healthy. So the first thing I did right is selecting a spot with a great sun exposure. This area receives about 5 hours of sunlight, not too much, not too little. Some of my friends had trouble with their plants scorching because they put them out in full sun, which is usually 8 hours of sun per day. I think that's way too much. 5 hours is ideal for most of the elephant ears. Also, this is the morning sun spot. So the sun is not too intense, but it is enough for the plant to photosynthesize properly. Second thing I did is at planting, when this was still quite a small plant, I added a bag of manure to the planting hole. Generally, my soil in the garden is pretty good, but this particular area I have not been amending much, so the soil here is quite poor. So I had to really push it with fertilizers this year to make sure that this plant gets enough nutrients. And I would add a bag of manure once a month, every month after planting. So that was 4 bags of manure. I did that to make sure that the soil has enough nutrients, but I would say the most important thing that made a difference in the growth of this plant is the fact that I was watering it every single day for 20 minutes on slow soak. I do not have irrigation in my garden, so I would get the hose out and I would leave it here for 20 minutes, set my timer, and then come back, turn it off. And I think that made a huge difference. We didn't get a lot of rain this summer, so I had to water it a lot. There were a couple of times I actually had to go away, so the plant was not watered, and I wonder if it would have been even bigger. Just wanted to mention the temperature this past summer. We had a number of heat waves, and on average this summer was really warm. And because this is a tropical plant, you would assume that it would love it, but anytime the temperature goes above 95 degrees Fahrenheit, a lot of plants shut down, even the tropical ones, because the plant is trying to conserve its energy and trying to prevent it from dehydration. Definitely not an ideal situation, and even with watering, a lot of my leaves just got completely scorched. Here are some other things that I added to the soil besides the manure. Every 2 weeks I would fertilize it with Fox Farm Grow Big fertilizer. That fertilizer is specifically manufactured to push foliar growth, so it has a lot of nitrogen. And I would not normally do that to my plants because that is just way too much fertilizer. But without testing the soil, I just didn't know how bad it was, so I added it anyway. Another thing that I added was a booster of humic acid. Now, humic acid itself is not a fertilizer, but it makes your plants more efficient uptaking the water and uptaking the fertilizer as well. Other than fertilizing and watering, I also would cut any of the flowers that appeared on this elephant ear. And it kept pushing flowers all summer long. I think it produced 8 or 10 flowers, which normally I would welcome, but because flowers take a lot of energy out of the plant, I would just cut them off. I did leave a few because the competition is over. They're actually quite pretty. Basically, having the right light exposure, adding some organic matter at planting and then throughout the summer, and watering it consistently made a very large and healthy plant. I will be overwintering this plant just like I overwinter all of my other elephant ears, because I want to see just how big this plant can get. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know how the Thai giant elephant ear competition went. And I know I haven't posted any videos in the last couple of months because we had a nonstop construction going on in our neighborhood, and it gets really loud. And as you can see, it's kind of loud right now as well because we live in a busy street, and it does bother some people when they hear this background noise. Unfortunately, I live in the busy neighborhood, so it is what it is. But now with the end of construction, I will be working on more videos because there is a lot going on in the backyard. So stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for next year elephant ear competition with myself. I don't think there will be a general one. To see just how big this plant can really get. Anyway, thank you so much, you guys, for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.